Hi, my name is Tim Mentor. I served in the military for 25 years. This is my story of courageous faith.
Hi, my name is Courtney Hickman. I've served in the United States Army for 10.5 years, and this is my courageous faith testimony. I decided to join the military at a young age, just really because I grew up around it my whole life. My grandfather fought in the Korean War. He fought in Vietnam for two separate tours. And so I was kind of grew around it, was always patriotic, and remember being in college when 9/11 took place, and not long after that I decided to join the United States Army.
Well, I would love to say that I joined the military because of patriotism, but that wasn't it. I just wanted to be a soldier. I always wanted to be a part of the military.
In being in the Army, I've been deployed multiple times. I've been to Iraq, been to Afghanistan, and particularly in Afghanistan, there were quite a few moments where I had to have just courageous faith. I wasn't in country no longer than maybe a week and a half, and obviously praying that it'd be a good deployment and everything is well. And I remember we went out on patrol, and that morning we're loaded up and we go out, and I was in the lead vehicle. We ended up hitting an 80-pound IED. I was even, some of us moved back to the medevac vehicle to be evacuated out. And I remember requesting to stay on the mission. And my first sergeant came back, and initially they were going to take me out, but they allowed me to stay in the fight. And the main reason is because my chaplain was still on ground, and I was there to protect him. And so I just could not go on without not being out there with him. And later on, we ended up getting into a firefight, and then turning around, I get back after the patrol, and I'm laying in my bunk, and he comes in and asks, I want to go get something to eat. And I kind of thought about it. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go get something to eat. And an indirect round comes right above my bunk, roughly a minute and a half after I walked out.
God has really been showing himself to be a provider. Leaving the military at the height of my career, close to, I was turned down another promotion to retire from the military, which would have been a substantial pay increase. And then actually coming out of the military, that was another area that I didn't know what my financial situation would look like. We had about $300,000 in debt, as I left the military. But every step of the way, God has shown himself to be faithful. Now we're down to less than $50,000 in debt. I would say the biggest miracle that I've seen since making this decision is God restored my family. I was a success in the military, but I wasn't a successful father. I wasn't a successful husband. But as I put my faith in God, he showed me how to be both. And he restored my family, and he restored my faith in him.
And this courageous faith, and just really looking through my whole life and watching what God has done with me, with my family, with ministry, jobs, businesses, you name it. It's just been awesome to watch him push me, to watch him test me, and learning to trust him more and more. And I always kind of liken it to Peter getting out the boat and walking on water. But one of the things I hold true to, and I know, just like with Peter, it said that Jesus, as he cried out, he stretched out his hand. I mean, Jesus didn't have to run to him. He didn't have to say, hold on a second, I'll be there. That tells me that Jesus has always been right there within a hand's reach. And that's how he's always been there with me in my life and with our family. He's always been just a hand reach away.